Today we're going to be working on our motor skills with a Halloween carnival. I've got 6 different stations here, and students will rotate through the 6 different stations. You'll pair students up. There'll be 2 students per each station, or if there's only a few students in class, then you'll have some stations with only 1 student. Let's go and talk about each station.
For station number 1, students are going to work on their striking. And they're going to do that with the witch's broom and a bucket of eyeballs. So I've got a bucket of eyeballs here. Students are going to take the eyeballs, put it on the ground, and they're going to use the broom to strike the eyeball. Boom! Try to get it in the witch's mouth. And they go get another eyeball, try again, see how many eyeballs they can feed the witch. Once they use all their eyeballs, if they have time, they can get the eyeballs back, put them in the bucket, and try again, see how many more they can get. At station number 2, we're going to be working on the skill of rolling. We're going to use a bowling ball here, and they've got to roll and knock down as many ghosts as they can. So they take the bowling ball, they roll. Oh, I knocked down some of the ghosts, and we got that ball. I'm going to bring it back to that starting cone and roll and knock more ghosts down. Some students might need to use the ramp, and so they could just move the ramp over here and use that ramp to push the ball down and do that. If they have time, they're going to set the pins back up and get ready for some more ghost bowling. Also, at the end of the time, at the end of the rotation, they need to set up the pins, set up the ghost back for the next students coming to the station. Station number 3 is tossing. That's the skill we're going to be working on here. And we're going to use that tossing skills with spooky spiders. So there's some spooky spiders in this bucket. Students are going to take their spooky spiders and try to toss them in the different buckets down here. Oh, I got one. They're going to see how many different buckets they can get their spiders in. And once they've thrown all their spiders, they're going to go get the spiders, bring them back to the bucket. If they have time, they're going to toss again. At the end of the rotation, they're going to get all the spiders back here, and it'll be all ready for the next set of students to come at this station. Now here at station number 4, we're going to be working on a disc toss, kind of like throwing a frisbee. So we've got some rings over here, and we've got some witches' hats. Students are going to take the rings, and they're going to toss them frisbee style, and see if they can get them. Oh my gosh, I missed. See if they can get them over the witches' hats. So we're going to see how many rings we can get over the witches' hats. Right now, it looks like I'm just knocking them down. But the students are better at this than I am. So they're going to toss and see how many witches' hats they can get. Then they'll go and get all those rings and bring them back. If they have time, they'll throw more. And at the end of the rotation, they get all the rings and set it up for the next group of students to come to station number 4. At station number 5, we're going to work on overhand throwing. I've got a bucket right here full of little pumpkins, also known as yarn balls, and a whole bunch of these trick-or-treat buckets. We're going to try to knock down those trick-or-treat buckets using an overhand throw. So students are going to go to the cone. They're going to do their best overhand throw and knock down some buckets. I've got 4 of these pumpkin balls, so I'm going to see how many buckets I can knock over. Do an overhand throw. See how many I can move around. After I throw my 4 little pumpkins, I'm going to set my trick-or-treat baskets up. They're upside down because this way it's a little bit harder to stack. And they've got these little ridges, so you sometimes have to help your students out and set them back up so that way the next person can throw. Just like that. And then they'll put all the balls back into this trick-or-treat bucket so they'll be ready for the next group of students. Our last station for the carnival is station number 6, where we're going to feed this monster some licorice. And we're going to do that by practicing striking. This time, instead of striking with a broom, we're going to strike with our hands. So what you're going to do, we're going to have the students do, is students are going to hold the licorice with one hand. They're going to reach their other hand back, and they're going to bring it up to licorice and strike. So let's see if I can do this. I'm going to strike, Oh, went into the monster's mouth. Get another piece of licorice. I reach back. I strike. I went in the mouth, bounced out. That's okay. It still counts. I'm gonna see how much licorice I can feed that monster by striking. Again, we're using an underhand strike. Underhand strike. Oh, I hit his eye. That gets extra points. And they'll keep doing that until the time is up for the rotation. And then they'll get all the licorice and they'll bring it back to the cone so it's ready to go for the next group of students.